too dorky.
They'll take 5 cents off your purchase.
The bag cam is breaking down. Hang on, we've got bag in the picture. Maybe the bag stays in the picture. Anyway.
No, I mean, I do find that the morale isn't falling off at all, and it's because, I mean, this is a really, really important issue, and it cuts to the heart of the things that people write. It's very personal to them, and to have it given away and other people make money on it and you make nothing, that affects people on a very primal level, and so no, we're not going away.
The morale, interestingly enough, was the worst the first week. We had the lowest numbers on the line the first week, and ever since then, because I think there was just a sense of disbelief that it happened. But you know, and I'm not going to speak for everybody else, but the longer I'm out here, the more I think that it's right, and that we're out here for the right reasons. And the reason why it seems more prevalent on the East is because the late night shows were the first shows affected, and it's a stronger base out here.
Can I ask you guys, though, the two key issues are the hated DVD formula and the internet streaming. Neither of those really would seem to affect you guys, because you write for late night talk shows.
I think the
you write it and it goes out into the air and it's gone.
Yeah, but the internet is only going to become more and more of an issue.
I'm a company man, and I say what I think, that the company stinks, and I'm a union man.
Yeah.
I think
he said it better than I ever
Boy,
could.
you know, Dave looks terrible. The strike has really taken its toll on him.
But the internet is an issue that's going to affect everybody. It's only becoming more and more important. So
we are
but that's a good point.
We are the first people affected in a strike, and we're the only people that will not recoup what we lose. And right now, of course, it's not as much of our fight as it is the people, you know, that write for like Heroes, where they never rerun a show on network. But you know, when you're in a union, you fight for the people that, you know, come after you, and you fight for the people that are with you, you know.
The question I have about the website, the thing I really like, it's a very funny website, and I think it gives great insight into the site, the strike as it's going on the East Coast. But what's amazing is you guys are all funny, and you all sound like you write for the Letterman show. It's amazing. And so my question is it nature or nurture? Were you born to write for the Letterman show? Because these guys, I sometimes wonder.
You know, for a while, I was thinking about becoming a psychology major in college, and I grew frustrated because every argument came down to, is it nature or nurture? Well, it turns out it's a mix. And I just found out that was, and in this case, I think it's a mix. I think you're attracted to the show because that's the sensibility you like, and then once you're there,
it solidifies.
Yeah,
Absolutely, it's a habit. Yeah. Steve O'Donnell once said to me that the great irony is that, you know, people turn in submissions to the show, but the fact is, the only way you can know how to write for the show is to write for the show. So, you know, you're applying to get on a show that you don't necessarily know how to write for. So I think that it's, you know, whoever the head writer is, when each of us got hired, saw just enough that could be nurtured.
Yep. How about that?
And I mean that in a completely heterosexual way.
I was just going to say, I mean, if you look at this line, if you took like the average number of years that we've been at the show, you know, it's probably up in the 7, 8, 9-year figure, something like that. So, I mean, there's also a compelling argument for the more, you know, it's kind of like being an old married couple. You know, the longer you're together, the more you sort of start to sound alike. So I think that's an aspect of it too, you know. But I think everybody has their own voice too, which is, which we've talked about the fact that that's kind of fun to sort of hear everybody.
Well, actually, all of us have a voice except for Joe.
Oh, that's true.
Hey, ladies.
You know, most of these
I'll
guys,
cut all that out.
most of these guys, except for Joe and myself, started in other jobs at the show, and I submitted 6 times before I got hired.
Or did it take the strike for it to really sink in? Wow, I'm in the union.
I mean, I was always sort of grateful to the WGA because it provides a lot of benefits.
Yeah.
But yeah, you didn't really have hands-on practical experience as a union member until this.
Never had to think about it much until now, and now it's all we think about. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we have met a lot of people. I sort of likened it to a family funeral when everyone gets together and everyone says, why did it take something so tragic to bring us all together? I wish I had an opportunity to meet all these people, you know, because the last 6 weeks we've all talked about it. We've met a lot of people that we'll be friends with for a long time. So yeah, that's been one positive that came out of this.
One factual thing. Dave's paying the below the line people. He's not paying you guys.
No.
Right.
Okay.
No, and we were really.
True, that's exactly as it should be.
That's the thing. We knew when we went on strike, we knew that the staff that there had been a meeting of the staff and they had been told, we can only pay you people for 2 weeks and you'll only have health insurance for a month. So the first week and a half when we were on the line, that's all we thought about was that the people who we know and love and who have worked with for years, whose fight this is not, and we were really concerned about this. And then the Tuesday of week 2, we got the word that Dave was paying everybody, you know, all the non-writing staff until the end of the year, and that was a huge relief. And that was, you know, we knew that we were so grateful, and we can never repay him for that.
And it also set a great example for the other shows, because, you know, I mean, after that, Conan and Leno and Kimmel all did the same thing, and if Dave hadn't done that first, we don't know what might have happened
That's
elsewhere.
right.
Yeah.
He kept 6 shows off. He kept 6 shows off the air.
Yeah. It should also be said, though, that even during that first 2-week period where there was complete uncertainty really as to how long that would go, that our staff was completely behind us and so supportive and came out to the line and everything else. So, I mean, that's also a real credit to them that despite them not knowing whether they were going to get paid into this, they were all with us and behind us, and
visit us
that
every
really
day,
meant a
yeah.
lot.
That's very, very humbling.
Yeah.
When someone whose, you know, livelihood you have directly affected is showing up with hot chocolate. I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't think I would have done that. I really don't.
How are you guys feeling? This could be a long, cold northern winter.
I mean, I honestly think that we feel we're doing the right thing, and that'll keep you marching, you know.
Okay.
I'm afraid I didn't have any other big guys. I kind of thought we'll keep marching would be the big out.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's what it's like hanging out with him in a bar. Say something and stop talking.